Hello and welcome back to Yansplaining. This week we are doing James Bond 007 and I've got my co-host as always, Peephole Circus. Hello Peephole Circus.
Hello.
Would you like to hear about the one thing Roger Moore didn't do in the James Bond films?
The one thing.
Yes, there was one thing that he never did.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
He never ran in any of his films. He had a body double to do all of the running sections.
Does he have a silly run?
It says here, it's quoted that he said he felt awkward.
I bet he runs like a girl.
That's what I was thinking, with his arms out.
Or like Steven Seagal, he has a weird run.
He does have a weird run. I do have a fact about Steven Seagal.
Go on.
He actually, let me find it here. Sean
He's not-
Connery's, Sean Connery during the film of James Bond Never Say Never Again was taught martial arts by Steven Seagal.
Oh,
But that
that's
would
a
make him, that film's quite old. Never Say Never Again. That's what, early 80s, late 70s?
If my knowledge of James Bond from Willie's show is correct, isn't that the one that was released at the same time Roger Moore had one out as well? Maybe after.
Yeah, it was the fake one.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that must have been, I don't know, 1885. I've got no idea.
It was just after the Boer War in South Africa. Talking about Sean Connery, do you know there was a spoof film of James Bond in 1967 called OK Connery, and it starred Sean Connery's brother, Neil Connery.
I didn't even know he had a brother from the same mother. Does he look like him?
It doesn't say, but OK Connery is not probably the best name for a film, especially a spoof James Bond film. I've never heard of this film in my entire life.
No, mate, it's not one of them porn films again, is it? You know what you're like.
It could very well be. It could be in the safe of Nintendo headquarters in Japan.
Yeah, they like to collect their knockoff, pardon the expression, porn films.
Knockoff porn. Yeah, exactly. They like to have a selection of, was it Super Hornio Brothers?
Hornio Brothers and Super Hornio Brothers.
That's it, because it was the sequel, wasn't it? The Super Hornio Brothers was the sequel. I don't want to know what they did to get bigger in that. That's another story completely. I know you like the bit where we talk about actors who tried out but didn't ultimately succeed getting the part.
Yes, the screen grabs is my favourite part.
Yes, so there's quite a few here, obviously, because James Bond's been on for such a long time. David Niven, which actually I believe he actually played as a Casino Royale, and he was actually James Bond in that. Cary Grant,
yeah, right.
Christopher Lee.
Yeah, that could have worked.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood.
Only if he had a monkey.
And was wearing the hat with the, it's not a sombrero, is it? What's the blanket they wear?
Poncho?
Poncho. I'm glad you know what I'm talking about.
I am Mexican.
That is true. People forget that you are actually Mexican. Burt Reynolds?
No, just
Burt Reynolds. Just no. Burt Reynolds has come up in another one of these. He was going to play this one. I was building up to this one. Just picture this person in what they're known for, and then picture him as James Bond. Adam West, TV Batman.
Oh, the first image I had was of Fred West.
Fred West.
It took me a second to go to Batman. Same thing.
That'd be amazing with the pow.
With the shovel. Sorry.
With the shovel. Tom Jones, one of your, I think he's related to you somewhere, isn't he?
Yes, he's my brother's father's sister's mother.
Next door neighbour. Liam Neeson.
Pre-taken, yes.
Yeah.
It's too late for him now.
Yeah, he's getting on a bit now. And also, I believe when he went for it, he said he didn't want to do action films. He was a serious actor. And then he probably went on to do Star Wars or something. Mel Gibson.
Maybe.
I could see Mel Gibson, maybe, but they'd have to zane him up a little bit, like out of Lethal Weapon.
Yeah. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, exactly. Doing that in front of Blofeld. Actually, that would have worked.
It would have.
Who's the guy who talks with the really weird cadence? He was the baddie in one of these.
Sean Connery's brother?
No, he talks like when he was in the jungle and the watch was
Donald Pleasance.
Not Donald Pleasant. It'll come to me. Anyway, I'll circle back to that. Hugh Grant?
No, that's a definite no.
Or Will Smith? Too American.
He is too American, but I could see him pulling her off. I'm not talking about the Paul film again.
We're going back to the OK Connery.
It'd be crap. It would be like Independence Day 007, wouldn't it?
I was going to say, every time I think of Will Smith, I think of him smacking the alien in the face when it comes out of the mist and going, "Welcome to America." Welcome to Earth. Welcome to Earth, yeah. And then he knocks him out with one punch. That's the bit I always think of Will Smith.
Or if the titles come up and the gun, and everything.
Yeah.
Just instead of shooting through the barrel, he does this now. This is the story of
how my life got twisted upside down. That would be pretty good, actually. Did you know that the James Bond movie "You Only Live Twice" was actually written by Roald Dahl of children books? Roald Dahl.
Yeah, I think because a lot of authors took over after Fleming. After he died, other people wrote stuff, so they're all fake. All these films are fake from now on. They just made them up. Well, I suppose they did. He did originally just make it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Most films are made up unless they're a documentary.
Yeah, that's what I say. Every film, as soon as it starts, bullshit.
This never happened. I don't remember seeing this alien spacecraft land.
Yeah, and it was this guy, imposter.
So, you will remember this, but the man with the golden gun, the car jumping, doing the corkscrew over the canal.
Oh, yeah.
With the sheriff, Sheriff Buford.
I don't know, he was like something out of Cannonball Run, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he actually says in there, "Speak English, boy," at one point, which is probably quoted. It is first stunt ever to be calculated by a computer.
I wouldn't have trusted it. Would you trust a computer with your life? Well, I suppose heart machines, maybe. But to do a stunt
back in the 70s, when that computer was probably bigger than somebody's house.
Probably was. You could do it on a Casio now, couldn't you? A little watch.
Yeah.
Well, back in the 80s, you could do that actually.
Yeah. That watch has never changed. It came out and they went, "You know what? We're just going to leave this. This is the limit of technology we need."
And what I would like to do is make a film of when the robots take over and computers take over the world. And the first bit where you find out something is up is on the set of that film when it goes wrong. Because he died, didn't he, doing that stunt?
Who did?
The stuntman in the film. The James Bond one.
It doesn't say that.
I made it up, but I'm presuming he did.
I thought they landed that stunt, unless they did it again and it went terribly wrong. Or is this the beginning of your film?
I'm getting confused already. As if it's real life or not.
Well, this isn't the beginning. We're not at the beginning of your. This is not the beginning of your film where you talk about the beginning of your film in your film, is it?
That's it. Well, it would be if somebody was recording it. Wait a minute.
We are recording it. This is the beginning. This is the pre-credit scene.
Well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm going to go outside and go on a rampage, I suppose. I was going to sit down and watch a film, but never mind.
Well, you talk about films. Pierce Brosnan, when he was James Bond, in his contract, he wasn't legally allowed to wear a tuxedo in any other film.
Oh, I bet he was gutted.
That's a strange thing to put into a contract.
It is. Was he allowed to drink a martini, shaken not stirred?
I doubt he was even there able to say Utini either.
Was he allowed to wear a watch?
Only a Casio. Well, not allowed to wear an Omega or anything like that.
Oh, well. I didn't like him as James Bond anyway.
Did you not?
No, but I say that I don't really like James Bond.
He was your least favourite of all the ones you don't like.
Oh no. The worst one was Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton?
Yeah.
Did you find him played it a bit straight, a bit serious?
I just don't remember anything he's in apart from the Simon Pegg film. Hot Fuzz, yeah. He's really hairy.
Well, I wouldn't know. I don't know him that well. Well, we don't go to the same gyms.
I think he has to shave his face just so you can see him.
I think that's most men have to shave their faces.
But not the upper half. He leaves bits for his eyes. He leaves eyebrows and stuff.
Oh, you mean above the eyebrows? No, that's the hair then on his head, isn't it? Above the eyebrows. It'd be great to shave a monkey like that, wouldn't it? I mean, like all over the body, but leave armpit hair and hair on his head. Be weird, wouldn't it? Well, make him and give a chimpanzee like a goatee.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't grow the hair there. I don't know. Well, let's make it. But yeah, put them in a lab. We'll put some makeup on them, dress them up, make some tea adverts.
It's all possible in your film. This is. I've got a feeling this is a part of your film.
It's going to be a blockbuster.
It will be. Do you know Goldfinger was the first Bond film to feature Bond driving an Aston Martin, but it was also the first film in history to feature a laser beam.
What? But what? A laser
Yeah.
beam? Wait a minute. What year was this?
This would have been like 72 or something, I think.
Aren't they shooting lasers in Star Wars? And like, what year is that? 74, isn't it? 6. What
77.
about? Look at you with your facts.
Yeah.
What about? I can't think of anything before that.
Buck Rogers or anything like that, or
Yeah.
Metropolis, or it was the first to ever feature a laser beam. So there was never a laser gun before that or anything.
Oh wait, an actual laser? They mean?
I'm assuming so. Well, it's the one which cuts through the table when he's strapped down. You expect me to talk? No, I expect you to die.
I can't think of anything before that.
But it could have been worse. Stuntman Bill Cumming was paid $400 to jump into a shark-infested pool in Thunderball. There was real sharks in there.
Oof, with a name like Cumming, he'd have been better off in the porn film as well.
It would have been.
And safer.
Yeah, not jumping into a shark-infested pool for $400. That's not much.
400 back in them days.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Worth at least 800 now.
800 now, yeah, that's almost like minimum wage for after tax for a month.
But it's honest work.
Jumping in pools filled up with sharks.
If I was the shark owners, I'd be like, right, you're not eating for like a week. I'd be dripping blood into the water and saying like, you got the cameras going? Yeah, gonna like this.
So I can't remember the name of the film from the top of my head. It's the Roger Moore one where he runs across the crocodiles.
Where you say runs?
Well, somebody else obviously does, because we know Roger Moore doesn't do his own stunts.
Wait a minute. Running isn't a stunt. Come on.
I didn't think that. That's very low bar for a stuntman.
It is.
Dave, you're a professional stuntman. Can you gently jog down to the corner there?
I don't know about that, Gav. I'll cost you.
Roger Moore can't be bothered to get out of his chair to.
They'd have to pay me $700 for that.
Well, then you're going to have Bill Cumming. He's not going to be happy. He's just jumped in a shark-infested pool.
Right, he's not running.
Well, that's true. But the guy who did that was a real crocodile farm, and the owner's son was the guy who ran across those real crocodiles, and he did it on the 7th go, kept falling in.
What an idiot. Wait, so you're telling me for ages these crocodiles, bless them, had a lovely life, hanging around in the swamps, eating all the cows they could eat, enjoying family life with nice owners. They lay there in a row like a family. You know, you got your daddy crocodile, your mother crocodile, and kids, a couple of friends, all gathered in a nice day. And then he starts running over him.
Yes, 7 times.
What's going on?
After the first one happened, you'll be like, did that just happen? No, that didn't.
Yeah. And it's like, what the... Sorry, guys.
You'll be thinking...
What the... You're taking it...
Yeah, what that's just happened again. And I'll leave you with the final fact. Richard Kell, who played Jaws, he could only keep those metal teeth in his mouth for about 30 seconds.
They're too heavy.
I assume so.
With a name like Jaws, you would have thought you could have held them in longer.
Well, if you're called Jaws, you should have quite good bite strength, you would expect. That's the name.
Yeah, exactly.
The name's telling you one thing, and he's saying, oh, it's only 30 seconds.
Wouldn't Jaws only get $700 per
Wouldn't Jaws?
Wouldn't Jaws. He's back to Thomas Jefferson again. Is it Jefferson?
Yeah, not President Kennedy. Yeah, Thomas Jefferson and President Kennedy with their wooden teeth.
Yeah, Thomas Jefferson, the guy who had the first airplane, if I'm correct.
Yeah, and he made a whole band about it as well, about his
He did.
His exploits. But you know, in the bit where he bites through the chain at cable car.
Yeah.
Jaws stands there and bites through the cable.
Yeah.
That was actually a humongous length of licorice.
Right. When you just said a humongous length, I was getting excited. Okay, licorice.
Yeah.
Wow. How long was that? How long was Jaws's length?
Probably 2 feet or 3 feet for the cameras, for the widescreen.
Wow, that's better than Liam Neeson, who should have got a part on. He should have played that part.
It's the girth, though, which is the important bit, because that was a whole cable car cable of licorice.
How much did he gobble down? Was he just like deep throating this big chunk of licorice and like, You're supposed to just bite it. Come on now.
Even like the side, not the.
Yeah. This has gone on for 10 minutes, so you've done yet?
Yeah, we don't need to. This isn't a Nintendo film. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So yeah, that is yes.
Yeah, Jaws 3D would have been a cracking film.
Different thing. They must have done that at some point. They must have with Jaws and Jaws. They must have thought, can we get this guy like in the background of like Jaws 3 or something?
I would have definitely done that. He's in like Happy Gilmore, isn't he, as well?
He was in Happy Gilmore, and he was in Cannonball Run?
Yeah, he might have been. But who wasn't? Everyone was in that film.
Burt Reynolds was in that, and now we know that he was put forwards to play James Bond.
He should have shown up in James Bond in one of those cars. I've done the flip that went badly wrong.
Yes, I was just trying to think of in Smokey and the Bandit. They do have a jump very much like that, actually, in one of them, I believe, but I don't think it's got all the twists in it.
Do they have any crocodiles?
No, you're thinking of the beginning of the A-Team when Hannibal dresses up as a crocodile.
I don't remember that.
They open the little door up and his face is there and he has a cigar.
And then somebody runs across his head.
Yes, they don't show that in the beginning of the A-Team credits, but yeah, it's all interlinked.
Yeah, he's still going, that guy. Can you believe it?
I'm beginning to wonder if all these films from like the 70s and the 80s were effectively just one humongous film and they just edited parts to make different films out of them.
That's true. I think that crocodile thing came about because they had laws against animal cruelty in films. They couldn't use, being cruel to animals. So they got around that. And the only way they could torture animals is by running across them. It's quite clever, really, isn't it?
It is.
Workaround.
Workaround. We have to get a bit of animal cruelty into this film somehow.
Yeah,
we've found a way around it. Hannibal from the A-Team, get in that crocodile suit, get laying down there, and we'll get not Roger Moore to run across it.
Sean Connery's brother can come and kick him in the face.
Yeah, exactly. It's all making sense now. It's all making sense. It's all adding up. So that's it. I think we'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Anything else you want to say, people?
Good night.
Good night. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell.